This is the property of the alleged shooter. Township officials condemned this property on Thursday, which may have set off the shooting that happened tonight that left 3 dead and many scarred. According to Geis, it's these freezing temperatures that's the main cause in these pipe main breaks. Many waterways here in Onondaga County, like 9 Mile Creek, have been stocked with an abundance of trout. The sign on the door says closed. Kent says she doesn't know how or when the food co-op could ever reopen. According to Superintendent Contreras, over 800 of these hearings happen per year, which means that scheduling often becomes an issue. As you can see, cleanup is already underway here at the fairgrounds, and according to Bullard, should conclude by the end of today. Throughout the Syracuse area, gas prices have remained relatively stable, hovering right around the $3.75 mark, like here at the Valero station on Erie Boulevard. These blue pinwheels symbolize Child Abuse Prevention Month, and they can be found on all the tables here at today's breakfast.
I'll be right with you.
Malik Mubaris is the owner of local corner store SNR Market. His store was shut down last month after Mayor Stephanie Miner made her first sweep of unannounced inspections at corner stores.
All we had is a wire coming down the ceiling right there, as you can see it. That's it.
Mubaris was given 24 hours to fix the violation. He says the issue was fixed within a few hours, yet he was still forced to close down his store for 3 days.
It's not fair because we had no big issue.
The mayor's office has been sending out press releases to keep the public informed about closed stores and their code violations. SNR Market's expired sprinkler system certification and illegal wiring are minor compared to other violations. Other stores have been shut down due to live exterior wiring, leaking gas in store basements, and sewage backups. Mubarak says these are more crucial violations the city should be worrying about.
We are so friendly with the community. As soon as they heard that the store shut down, everybody coming down here, they were willing to sign petition. While they doing this, this is the cleanest store in the whole entire South Ave.
The city isn't leading the cause alone. Local community group Syracuse United Neighbors kickstarted the sweeps. The group notified the city about complaints they received from local residents about activity outside the stores.
Fights, shots fired, drug dealing, drug use, people using the side walls for bathrooms. I mean, have a lot of different bad activities that really disturb neighbors.
Once the stores correct the violations, they must be cleared to reopen. South Avenue Market is one of the corner stores that was closed earlier this month during the second sweep of the crackdown. It's one of the few, though, that remains padlocked. Crane says most of the stores that have been shut down since the effort began are already back up and running. The city blames the stores for the crowds that gather on the property. Mubarak argues he is not the only business in the area.
I got a bottle return that brings all the people from far away just to be around here. So it's not the store.
This winter's record-breaking temperatures are more than just painful.
This year, compared to the last 2 years, has been very cold.
The cold is hard.
They're damaging to the water and sewage pipes that run underground. Anthony Geis is the Deputy Executive Director of the Onondaga County Water Authority, or AQUA. He says as the ground freezes and thaws throughout the winter, the pipes just can't take it. According to Geis, it's these freezing temperatures that's the main cause in these pipe main breaks. The frost will settle on the exposed road, deep down more than 3 feet below the surface. Once the temperatures drop, that frost expands and it causes the pipes to break. AQUA and city officials are both reporting the number of water main breaks to be more than double the amount they usually see by this time of year.
In February last year, we had 55 breaks, and right now we're over 100 breaks for February.
Anthony DiNicola has worked for the city for 10 years. He says while he's learned how to prepare, the freezing conditions cause other problems.
When it gets cold, things are tough because the pumps freeze, they don't want to work, the backhoes. Everything's a little harder when it's 10 or 0 degrees.
AQUA is responsible for 2,000 miles of pipe in the county, while the Syracuse Water Department maintains the 500 miles of pipe in the city. With more breaks comes more money spent for repairs. The city says it's already exceeded its budget. AQUA says it's quickly approaching its cap.
Not yet. We haven't gone over, but we've got a large budget for the year. Do we expect to go over for the year? Yes, we do. I don't have a number that we're going to go over, but we have no choice. We have to fix the breaks.
Come this Friday, nearly every household that benefits from food stamps will see its allowance go down. Funding to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program will be cut by $5 billion this year, but people still need to eat. I visited a local food pantry to see how it's preparing to help all those affected by the cuts. Volunteers at the Catholic Charities Onondaga County Food Pantry are already hard at work. But come Friday, it will only get busier.
Yes, dear.
Ruth Paul volunteers at 2 pantries. She's a recipient of SNAP benefits. Paul says even now, it's difficult to rely solely on food stamps.
I get by because I have a washer and dryer. People come over and wash their kids' clothes, and they bring over canned food and box food.
Paul currently cares for more than just herself.
I have like 5 people staying with me. They don't have any place to live. And one of them is a kid. And then I have like 6 people that come over for dinner every night.
Then she comes into the pantry several days a week to fill bags with food for those in need. Each bag she packs, she knows she's helping more families. Each one of these bags helps one household. Volunteers say they handed out nearly 50 bags today. That means they helped 50 households. They only expect this number to rise once the cuts set in. Paul Welch is the Director of Emergency Services at the Catholic Charities Onondaga County. He says with the condition the economy is in, this is exactly the wrong time to make cuts to assistance programs.
As long as unemployment stays up above the 7% level, then cutting food stamps is a very dangerous, it would seem to me, situation. You really don't want to put people in danger, children in danger, disabled people, older people. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Welch says significantly more food is provided to the deserving public through stamps than through the pantries.
Let's say there's 25 bags of food. Let's just call that. 24 of the bags will come from food stamps. 1 bag will come from pantries, what have you.
Welch says the cuts will reduce each recipient's benefits by between $5 and $10. That will leave the pantry having to double its food supply.